This is where passion meets power and where the next generation of volleyball stars take center stage. Welcoming everybody live from the Met Park Sports Center in the heart of Pasay City, this is the NDSL Volleyball Series. For our games today, a total of 4 contests for today, so better stay tuned. You can watch us live in our Facebook and YouTube channel. Just search for the NDSL Volleyball Series. Our first game featuring the Alpha Protectors and the Quinto Perpetual Altas. So good morning everybody, my name is Cholo Pangilinan, covering this game with Faith De Guzman. And Faith, seemingly a interesting matchup again, Quinto Perpetual. Unfortunately, still no wins in our tournament, pero itong Alpha Protectors 1-1.
Yes, both Alpha and Quinto Perpetuals are coming off from a tough losses, so let's expect major adjustments in this game.
And since nabanggit na nga natin, itong Quinto Perpetual Altas 0-2 lost to the Signal HD Spikers their last outing. What can we expect from them in this game?
Perpetual aims to tighten their rotations and to bring out the best in Tangon and all of the players who's known for stepping up in the clutch moments.
And certainly, syempre, madaling sabihin yan pero mahirap gawin. Pero punta naman tayo dito sa Alpha Protectors. Again, with a record of 1-1, they were beaten by the UST team last game.
Yes, on the side of Alpha, let's see, will rely heavily on the firepower of San Andres and Bem Bautista and what will be the adjustments of both teams in this game. So basically, it's a battle of redemption.
Yes, and hopefully one team can find their way into the winning column again. But for now, we'll be turning it over to Daniel LaGuardia for a pre-game report.
Thank you so much, Cholo and Faith. Of course, good morning. And to start this day right, we have two teams who are very much hungry to bounce back and even to gain a win for breakfast. That is why for the Alpha Protectors, they are not dwelling on the what-ifs of their game against UST. They are just moving with their heads held high. That is why Barbie San Andres has shared that they have been looking forward to this game because as a club team, having complete attendance and training comes as a rare gem. Using this day as both game experience and training, there is no other way but up for this team. Meanwhile, after facing the big guns in this league, the Quinto Perpetual Altas, Coach Maki Carino says that they gained a lot of experience and confidence from that loss because they know they gave them a good fight. This time around, they've adjusted and have prepared not only mentally but in all aspects, which is why they have no plans of backing down, taking this match one set at a time. So let us get this game going. Here's Eman Cabilas for the starting 6.
Introducing our first six for Team Alpha. Number 1, Himzon. Number 3, Anima. Number 10, Casas. Number 11, Camposano. Number 12, Lopez. And number 16, Abunyawan. For University of Perpetual Health, player number 10, Jester Noel Barnell. Player number 12, Jose Miguel Albon. Number 15, Dexter Rosado. Number 16, Arky Corpus. Number 17, Charles Pariasa. And number 21.
All right, the starting six. First for the Alpha Protectors, it's Billie Jean Anima, Edward Camposano, Jefferson Abunyawan, Francis Casas, Barbie San Andres, and Jerome Lopez. And for the Quinto Perpetual Altas, it's Jester Borniel, Jose Albon. We also have Dexter Arrozado coming in, as well as Arky Corpus. And after that, we also have Charles Paliasa and Clint Mateo. So those are the starting six for both of the squads. And again, for the Alpha Protectors, we have some usual suspects, as you can see on our screen. That's Barbie San Andres. Pero sa kabilang banda naman, for Quinto Perpetual, who do you think will be the ones that we need to watch out for?
Syempre, you can see Mateo on the screen also can be one of the leaders. Lalo na you can see unfamiliar faces on the side of Quinto Perpetual.
So that's going to be one challenge. As again, this Perpetual squad also competing in the NCAA. So that's something we need to watch out for. Again, if they are indeed an NCAA caliber team, at least for this tournament. But let's see what they have in mind. Alpha continuing to be composed here, but just overshooting that ball, and now a point going to Perpetual.
I can really see the confidence on the side of Quinto Perpetual. Nakita mo yung energy. Starting this set is very high.
And certainly going up against a team like Alpha, again, kilalang team yan both professionally, and syempre meron din yung mga collegiate players. So definitely, if you're gonna go up against a team like Alpha, energy talaga magiging puhunan mo. But that time, Camposano finding a hole in that Perpetual defense.
Great attack from Camposano, adjusting the set from Apolinario.
So kita naman natin, again, siguro Perpetual, we can say that they're younger, pero ito namang Alpha, they have those kinds of instincts, no? Yung gulang ba na hinahanap natin.
Yes, coming from Camposano, a service ace. Syempre, it's a professional team, so we're expecting a lot more from them.
So Camposano getting that service ace to go. Make that a 2-1 score in our first set. Good reception by Perpetual. Let's see what they have in mind. And that time, Paleasa just sending that ball outside. So another point for Alpha. So make that 3-1. Camposano once again serving the ball. Let's see what he has in mind. He goes soft. Good reception by their libero, talking about Quinto. Perpetual will try. Camposano the set, the attack. And that's good. Coming from jersey number 10, Francis Casas.
Unusual play for the Alpha. So very often natin makikita yon, lalo na it comes from a set of a open hitter.
Fake spike, no? May
Yes.
ganun ba? Again, yan ang lamang ng isang professional team. They know or they have those kinds of tricks in their bags. Meanwhile, there goes Perpetual finding a point to make that 42.
Great adjustment from the opposite side of Perpetual Quinto. You can see na magandang experience to, lalo na professional team yung makakalaban mo.
Perpetual looking to defend. Loose ball. Let's see what Alpha has in mind. And Quinto once again getting a point out of that transition. So once again, this is Rosado serving for Perpetual Quinto. So far, they're trailing only by 1 point. Alpha was able to lead by as much as 3 points so far. Rosado goes long. San Andres looking to fire. Not that time for San Andres. Palihasa will try. Campuzano receives it. High set. Apparently too high.
Yes. Miscommunication from Lopez. Medyo overset. Lalo na I can see that Alpha is having difficulties on their reception and defense pattern.
So hopefully Alpha can find their rhythm going forward. Pero yun nga lang, service error for Rosado. Alpha getting a lucky break during that sequence. Himzon just short on that service, so that ties up our set at 5.
Back-to-back errors from both teams. Let's see how are they going to handle that.
So a chance to lead for the first time this set for Perpetual. High set, the attack, and Alpha getting that one to go. That was Casas getting the point for the Protectors. Let's see what they have in mind in this sequence. And Perpetual Quinto able to outsmart them. Let's see it one more time again. Good set, quick attack. That time it was courtesy of jersey number 10, Jester Bornel. Meanwhile, Campuzano receives it. San Andres launching. And that is blocked.
Grabe, ang taas na energy ng benches ng Perpetual. You can see the support from the team. Lalo na very established yung blockings nila at this set.
Let's see if Anima can capitalize, and looks like he won't. So far Perpetual gaining momentum as they're leading by 2 in this set. A technical timeout is called right here again. It's 8-6 in our first set. Perpetual Quinto up by 2.
It is a battle of redemptions, especially for Quinto Perpetual Altas, who has yet to claim a first win. But as Coach Maki Carino shared, struggle is part of their daily routine. It will just boil down to the mental toughness and working towards the same goal. they have been giving their opponents a good fight, and for them, they just need to exceed what they started in their first 2 games. And dagdag nga ni Coach Maki, hindi na dapat balikan ano ang maling nagawa, and instead, yung mga experiences na yon converted to make things right. In those games, not only did this team filled with rookies gain confidence, but their trust in the system and the team has never faded. So let's see how they will push this to get this win. Cholo and Faith.
Thank you very much, Daniel, and we shall see indeed. Again, with a young team like the Perpetual Help Altas Quinto Tires, definitely you should have that kind of mindset, that progressive, no looking back mindset. Speaking of Perpetual, unable to complete the kill, but Anima that time just having confusion in that sequence.
As you can see, marami tayong nakikita ngayon na attack errors from the side of Alpha. They've already committed 2 attack errors at this set.
Meanwhile, looking back, again, Perpetual wasn't able to complete the kill. Luckily for them, yun nga, nagkaroon ng mental lapse itong si Anima and friends. Let's see if they can recapitalize. Not that time though. Another point for Quinto Tires.
Another attack error from Alpha. Medyo kargado yung service ngayon ng Quinto Tires. So, nahihirapan yung Alpha maka-first ball.
Camposano had good intentions but just had a little off of accuracy, as a point will go once again to Perpetual.
Good play though from Lopez. Na-delay yung blockers ng Quinto Tires.
Slowly but surely, Perpetual steering away. They have a 3-point lead now. And there you have it. Once again, a point will go to Quinto.
3 consecutive errors from Alpha.
So perhaps that'll be a wake-up call on the side of the Protectors. But then luckily for them, that's gonna be service error. So Billie Jean Anima will have a chance to redeem himself after some lapses a while ago as he gets it across. Mateo the set. Alpha keeps it alive. Camposano just sends it barely. This time Mateo will try. He gets blocked. Another one for Perpetual. Another denial for Alpha. Let's see if they can succeed. And they won't. Or at least that's what it seemed to be. And so far it's 12-9. Let's see where the point will go to. Will it be on the side of Alpha or Perpetual? And again, Alpha needs this one considering the kind of momentum Perpetual has. And there you have it, the momentum continues for the young guns of Perpetual.
Sayang, you can see the frustrations on the faces of the side of Alpha.
So a chance to continue. There's already great momentum on the side of Perpetual. Himzon had bad intentions.
Great elevation from Himzon.
And what an attack that was. Perhaps a sign of good things to come for the Protectors. As Lopez will check out. And John Apolinario will check in for Alpha. And will also serve the ball as he gets it across. Mateo the set. The attack. That gets blocked. And there you have it. Denied by Alpha.
First block by Alpha. Very established again. Para sa side ng Alpha. You can see the hands triple block.
Talk about the initiative on defense. Meanwhile, a chance to capitalize for Perpetual, but they won't. Another denial at the door for the Alpha Protectors.
Himzon, the best middle blocker of the NCAA.
Again, talk about the initiative on defense coming from Alpha as they'll get it across on that service. The attack. And what a great running attack that time. Coming from Perpetual, of course, as they're still up by 2 points. 14-12. So certainly itong Perpetual really determined to finally get their first win in our inaugural volleyball series in the NDSL. At that time, it's gonna be too long for Mateo. As Camposano will be the one to serve this time. He launches it. Oh, goes short. Mateo sets it though. Another long one for Perpetual. And finally, Alpha Insurance finding their footing.
Serving number 11, Camposano. 14, serving 14.
So Camposano, another chance at it for the service. We're all tied up in set 1. 14 all. But Perpetual getting a lucky break that time, regaining the lead. Only 1 point though.
There you can see Apolinario. Siya yung ngayon yung magiging playmaker ng side ng Alpha. Let's see kung mahahabol nila ang 1 point lead.
Great reception coming from Alpha. And they try the unorthodox attack and it works for them. Block touch favoring itong Alpha Protectors. So another tied up score here at 15. As it's Baptista rather, getting it across. Paleasa. Oh, back row attack works for Perpetual. And with that, a technical timeout is called by the Alpha Protectors. Another look on that back row attack from Paleasa. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here, 16-15. So far a close one in our first set. Let's see who shall come out on top and dictate the pace going forward. But for now, a service coming from Arky Corpuz as he gets it across. San Andres launching a missile from the sky.
Great setup from Apolinario. You can see na tumataas na yung energy ngayon ng Alpha because of the playmaker, JM Apolinario.
Another tied up score at 16. Again, we have a close one at least so far. Oh, great defense coming from the Protectors. Camposano the set. San Andres once again. And there you have it. Another one, another cannonball for the Protectors. Let's take another look. Again, San Andres having bad intentions, dropping that mic with authority. As right now, Alpha is leading by 1. Let's see if they can increase that lead. Another set by Perpetual. They try to attack, but that time it goes long. And the Protectors just flipping the switch. All of a sudden, the momentum is on their side. Let's see if they can continue it.
18, serving 16.
Serving this time is Francis. Perpetual looking to capitalize, and they do, finally catching a break after 2 points scored by Alpha.
Nakabawi na ang Quinto Perps.
Let's take another look. Beautiful attack, and Alpha just late on that defensive response. So it's gonna be John Lituania serving for Perpetual. He gets it across, he goes short. Anima! Oh my goodness! A bazooka!
Nakikita mo, once na they have the first ball, nakaka-atake sila ng malinis.
And perhaps that is the greatest strength of this Alpha team, that quick thinking opportunities, those quick sequences. And if you're Perpetual, yun ang kailangan mong tignan, as Barbie San Andres will be the one to serve this ball. As she gets it across. Recovered by Perpetual. Anima. Oh, Camposano was the one who wanted that. Anima, though, providing a great decoy.
Another play from Alpha. Grabe, sobrang effective na ngayon ng substitution ni Coach Mike. Coming from a bench, from a bench, JM Apolinario with that setup and that
Certainly.
clean hit from Camposano.
Definitely, we also have to give credit to the coaches. Of course, kanya-kanyang strategy when it comes to inserting the players, removing the players. And so far, it's working for them.
Yes.
San Andres gets it across once again. Perpetual looking to attack. But Alpha just continuing to massacre them on defense. As Quinto Perpetual calls a timeout here, they're trailing by 4 in set number 1. Back to reaction here, 21-17. So far, Alpha got a 4-point advantage in our first set, as San Andres will be the one again to serve the ball. She has been electrifying so far. I mean, that's the usual day in the office for her. And that's a service ace for Barbie.
You can see now the momentum is clearly shifting on the side of Alpha.
So Alpha just 3 points away from set 1 dub. As San Andres sends it outside, and that'll mean a point for Perpetual, as they fortunately catch a lucky break. So right now, Sherwin Villegas with the serving duties. Let's see what angle he'll look into. He'll go long. San Andres receives it. Play continues. The set. The fire. And Takeda able to retrieve the ball. Camposano. Attack error.
Now Alpha has already 10 errors at this set. Medyo mataas na yon para sa normal errors. You can pwede mga 5, 4, but at this point, meron na silang 10 errors.
And that should be a wake-up call as Camposano continues to play with his food. They're only 2 points away again from getting this set 1. We'll take another look. Camposano just, again, playing with his food like how a baby plays with his food.
Ginagamitan na lang ng utak ni Edward Camposano para makabawi sa kanyang attack errors.
Right now, Bautista given the service duties. He'll get it across. Lituania the set. Sends it outside. And that'll mean a point for Perpetual. As San Andres sends it outside. He'll go long. San Andres. Attack error. Now Alpha has already 10 errors at this set. Medyo mataas na yon para sa normal errors. You can pwede mga 5, 4, but at now this point, meron na silang 10 errors. And that should be a wake-up call as Camposano continues to play with his food. They're only 2 points away again from getting this set 1. We'll take another look. Camposano just, The attack. And that goes to the side of Perpetual, courtesy of Mark Tangon.
Mark Tangon is one of the key players on their last game na medyo maganda yung naging contribution niya para sa Quinto Perps.
Oh, no one was there to attack that ball, and that's why Perpetual will be favored, and that miscommunication coming from Alpha. So just like that, Perpetual cutting that lead to just 2 for Alpha. Not to mention they have serving opportunities here. So that's Jester Bornell. He goes long. Campusano the set. The attack. And that goes in. Block touch in favor of the Protectors.
With the help of the net from Casas, the opposite side.
And there you have it. Set 1 belongs to the Alpha Protectors. It's correction, a timeout will be called here. 24-21. We'll be back. So no victors yet, but set point now for Alpha. As they block that ball. Himzon. What an attack by Himzon. Talk about bringing the circus here in town. 25-21 as they get this set 1 to go. Let's take another look. Was that a trick attack of some sort? Doesn't matter. Set 1 will belong to them. We'll be back for more. We go back to reaction as we take a look at our Black Mamba scoreboard. 25-21 in our first set. That gives Alpha a 1-0 advantage. But let's see if itong Perpetual Quinto Tires can bounce back again. Safe to say, hindi naman talaga sila dehado. You know, for the most part, they were really battling it out. Sadyang siguro, at the end part, yung pagka-veterano nitong Alpha, lumabas lang talaga.
Yes, but on the side of Alpha, they have already committed 11 errors on that set. But on the other side of the court, they really have to maximize those errors and to get that momentum also. Pero mas maganda na sila yung gagawa ng puntos nila.
Great point. Of course, hindi naman pwedeng umasa ka lang sa errors ng kalaban. And that's gonna be the mission for Perpetual. coming this set too. As Apolinario gets it across the set, the tap. Good recovery from Alpha. They try, that is denied. Apolinario, another set. Campuzano taps it in and it works for them.
Using the hands of Quinto Perpetual. It's from Edward Campuzano.
Apolinario with another chance. Goes long. The set, the attack. Quick but not too quick. And San Andres tapping it way outside, so that works in the favor of Perpetual.
As you can see, they're having the second tempo at this set. Kanina medyo mabagal, nasa third tempo pa sila. But at this time, nasa second tempo na sila ngayon. Medyo binababaan na nila yung kanilang setting and more plays to expect.
2-1 now. So Perpetual losing a point. Alpha getting a 1-point lead. Campuzano has been electrified his whole game. He goes long. Good reception. The attack denied. Campuzano retrieves it. Play continues. San Andres gets it across. And Alpha once again outsmarting their opponents.
Sayang, chance ball na. Meron na silang pang counter attack but a miscommunication on the side of Perpetual.
Campuzano with another chance as his squad is leading by 2. As he'll get it through. But it's too much. So far, Perpetual within striking distance. And again, good job for Alpha actually. You know, even though they had a rough start in that set 1, they were able to get that set 1. As Himzon unable to complete the kill that time, which ties the game up at 3. So right now it's Arky Corpus with service responsibilities. Goes long. The set. And Himzon once again finding that kill.
Middle activation for Apolinario, giving a pass and a quick attack.
Definitely props also to JM Apolinario. That was a beautiful set. As Himzon goes long. The set, the attack, and a mic drop coming from jersey number 10, Jester Bornel.
Siyempre, on the side of Perpetual, we have Mateo as their setter. Kanina nakita natin sa first set, they have 2 setters inside the court. So mamaya makikita, let's see kung makikita pa natin kung magiging spiker ulit si Mateo.
Meanwhile, Francis Casas with a bomb as he gives his squad a 1-point lead, 5-4. And he'll also be the one to serve the ball. Goes long. Perpetual keeps it alive. They try to attack. Apolinario sets it. San Andres. And that doesn't work in the favor of San Andres and her team.
As you can see, malaking advantage yun as a setter, a tall setter. Kasi on volleyball, medyo mahirap talaga makahanap ng malaking setter. But at on the side of Perpetual, meron silang spiker and setter.
Off play coming from Alpha. No good from Bornel. Apolinario the set. Campuzano dropping the mic once again.
Campuzano from back row hit, leading the team at this set.
And what an attack that was. As right now, San Andres and company leading by 1. Gets it across. Abenoja. High set. Anima. And that is denied by Rosado.
Good block from Rosado. Outside hitter of Perpetual. Nabasa niya.
A service error on the side of Perpetual. Fortunately, Jester Bornell just standing it too long. As right now, it's a score of 76. Alpha up by 1. Billie Jean Anima will be the one to send it across. And he does. Oh, what an attack by Moteo. Was that a tap? Was that a spike? I guess we'll never know.
You can really see the advantage of being tall setter.
Take another look again, Mateo. Using 2 hands to send that through. Takeda, good reception. And that time, Himzon just sending that ball packing. 8-7 now. We have a technical timeout as Alpha is leading by 1 in set 2.
The Alpha Protectors are working towards a win. The first set may have been a bit rocky, but they definitely showed their strength as a professional team. Before the game, Barbie San Andres shared that they are always reminded to take things slow. Huwag madaliin, enjoy the process, and enjoy every game because it's like the saying goes, it's the journey, not the destination. The Alpha Protectors took things slowly but surely, stepped back, regrouped, and claimed set 1. Let's see how they will do the second set with Quinto Perp still fighting back. Cholo and Faith?
Thank you very much, Daniel. And indeed, it hasn't been the best of starts for the Alpha Protectors, but you know, they did get that set 1 win, so maybe that is the key to victory for them.
Yes, sabi nga ni Barbie, take things slow. Mas maganda na mas malinis, and we all know they already have the skills, pero hindi lahat nakukuha sa madalian, lalo na mas maganda ang ball control sa volleyball.
Right now, it's 10-7. 3-point lead by Alpha. As right now, there's a technical timeout. We'll be back for more. Ten to 7, Alpha up by 3. Apolinara sends it across. The set. Rosado. That is denied. But looks like Alpha, or rather Perpetual, will get the point after all.
Great elevation on the side of Perpetual. It was
10-8 now. Alpha with a chance to redeem themselves. Not that time though. The attack. Violation committed by Alpha. As that'll cut the lead of Alpha to just 1 point, 10-9. It's Rosado serving for the Perpetual Quinto. A chance to tie up the game at 10. And so far again, during the early stages of the set, of actually both this set and our first set, it was a close game. But again, Alpha, even though having a rough start, was able to find their footing. Hopefully, it'll be different for Perpetual.
They really have a problem on their defense, on the net, and on the floor. Let's see paano sila makakabawi on their attacks.
Camposano. Now Perpetual with a chance. Oh, good save from Alpha. Perpetual, another try. The tap by Casas, denied. Apolinario will try. And that time, Abunyawan was able to find an opening.
I like the energy of Jeff Abunyawan coming off from a bench.
He replaced Himzon a while ago, so quality minutes given here. What an attack that was. Was that a no-look attack? May ganun ba?
Meron.
Sa basketball lang may ganun, no-look pass eh. Dito may no-look attack pala. But that time, an error committed by Alpha to make that 12-10. Gets it across. Camposano receives it. Apolinario the set. The attack by Casas. What an execution for the Alpha Protectors.
Great attack by Casas. You can see now, Apolinario is giving the sets mostly on the side of opposite sa Alpha.
So it's 13-10. Abunyawan with some service responsibilities here. As it's short for him. So with that, Billie Jean Anima replaces itong si Abunyawan. As Perpetual with a chance. They're trailing only by 2 points. Apolinario saves it. San Andres attacks. Not that time. Abenoja received it. And Albon sends it backing.
Aggressive approach from Albon. Giving that attack with that tall blockers on the side of Alpha.
This time, San Andres, she gets denied. But Alpha getting the point anyway. So 14-12, still a close one. As we're nearing point 25, slowly but surely. And again, this has been almost identical to our set one. Until the last, 5 points, it was close, but itong Alpha just steering away again with that set one victory. Perpetual looking to cook something, and they do. Albon with a wrecking ball.
Back-to-back attack point from Albon. You can see now the energy, medyo tumataas na ulit. Even though lamang yung kalaban nila.
And let's see if they can carry this momentum going forward. Lopez the set, the attack. Oh, not an attack, a tip. And San Andres punishing her opponents. (15-13) Alpha again with a 2-point lead. Let's take another look. Again, that was a beautiful set by Lopez, and San Andres keeping it unpredictable. Service ace for Barbie.
Back-to-back points from Barbie.
Another look. Again, Barbie going long, but not too long, just the right amount. As a technical timeout is called here. 16-13, Alpha up by 3. Back to the action here, 16-13. Alpha up by 3 points. San Andres coming off that service ace. So far, 2 straight points for her already. As she goes strong, but greatly received by Abenoja. Bornel getting denied. They'll try one more time. Arrozado still won't work, and the rally continues. Meanwhile, what defense showcased by Quinto. Arrozado keeps it alive. He'll also be the one to attack. And Arrozado closing the book on that rally.
Another point for Alpha. You can see, yung isang atake, you can change talaga yung momentum. Lalo na nakikita mo yung players na kaya nilang bumalik. Lalo na with that 2-point lead.
What a tap that was coming from Motol. So make that 17-14. And not to mention, momentum going to the side of this Alpha squad. As Jeff Abunyawan enters the game once again. This time, Billie Jean Anima the one to serve the ball. (17-14) now. And so far again, still a close game, relatively. You know, again, very identical to our first set. But the atmosphere changed during that 20-point mark. Let's see if that shall be the case again, or if it'll be the same case for Alpha, or this time it'll be on the side of Quinto Tires. As Green Archer, Billie Jean Anima will be the one to serve this ball. Perpetual staying composed, and they send it home.
Great play from Mateo, and also great pass. Wow, great elevation from their middle blocker.
So let's see if this will be a sign of good things to come for Perpetual. Lopez, the set, Camposano. Too long, and Perpetual prevailing in that sequence. So this time it's Clint Mateo with service duties for Perpetual. As he'll get it across, he goes long. San Andres receiving it properly. And another error coming from Alpha, giving Perpetual another point. We have a tight game at 17.
They're having a problem with the first ball on the side of Alpha. Medyo kinakargahan na ngayon ni Mateo yung kanyang service.
Mateo, masyadong kinargahan. Too long. And a lucky break for Alpha, as Perpetual was starting to find fire.
Serving number 11, Edward Camposano.
Full front line for the Alpha, maximizing the 3 spikers.
So it's JM Apolinario. He goes short. The set, Arrozado. Block touch. Favoring once again Perpetual. We'll take another look. Again, fearless attack coming from Arrozado. Great intention for Alpha, but that ball just went out. We're all tied up at 18, not to mention a chance to take the lead for Mark Tangon and company. As he gets it across, the set, the tap. Beautiful defense showcased by Quinto Tires.
setting error for JM Apolinario. You can see now the momentum is shifting to Quinto Perpetual. Medyo dikit yung set. Nahirapan si Edward Camposano.
Tangon gets it across San Andres. Good reception. Apolinario the set. Casas not working that time for him. And with that, Perpetual holding on to a 2-point lead. So 2 straight points for Perpetual. As a timeout is called right here by Alpha. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here at the MetPork Sports Center in Pasay City. 22-18. Perpetual with 2 straight points leading to this 2-point lead. As again, slowly but surely, they're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Let's see if Alpha can put a stop to it. The set by Apolinario. They recover. Camposano. What a sequence that was for Perpetual. Talk about awareness. And of course, being first to respond. One more look. Again, even before Camposano hit that ball, they knew what to do. 21-18. Tangon once again will send it across. The set. Camposano forced to just send it easily. Albon, one more time.
Go-to player for Mateo, and it's Albon giving them this lead at this point.
22-18. A comfortable 4-point lead, not to mention a chance to even narrow the gap even closer between them and victory, at least in this set 2. As Casas ruining the fun for Perpetual, and hopefully again putting Alpha back on track.
But Casas giving that off the block hit. Hindi din nagpapatalo ang Alpha. Go-to player nila na si Casas.
Camposano tried to go low. Manato sets it. San Andres. Not that time. Goes outside. Oh, wait a minute. Point will go to Alpha after all.
Barbie San Andres giving that off the block hit at this clutch moment.
Camposano goes short again. Oh, that ball was denied. Perpetual a chance to recover, and they won't. So just like that, a 4-point lead erased, only down to a single point lead. And Perpetual will call a timeout here, 22-21. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here, 22-21. Again, Perpetual holding on to a 1-point lead. It used to be 4, but Alpha erasing that one. Tangon receiving it. Albon once again. Apolinario trying to save it, but it was too far. And prevailing once again are the Perpetual Altas.
And it was Albon again. It It's very effective on the side of Perpetual. Ang binibigyan ngayon is more on the outside hitters.
Gets it across. Camposano. This time Casas getting denied. That is outside. Good decision making from Apolinario to not touch that ball anymore.
Parang Albon versus Casas ngayon yung nangyayari. But let's also credit for the setup of the setters of both teams.
Bunyawan goes short. Doesn't matter for Perpetual. Albon attacks. That is in. Match point now for Perpetual. We'll take another look. Again, Albon having bad intentions during that sequence. And more importantly, giving Perpetual the set point. As this is John Lituania serving for Quinto Tires. Yun lang. Gives up a point for Alpha. And with that, we have a 24-23 score.
Crucial error for Perpetual.
So Casas given the responsibility to serve this one. In a crucial time of the set, by the way. As he gets it across, he goes long. Albon. Oh, Camposano was there. San Andres goes easy. The set, the attack. Oh, that is in. Perpetual stealing this set too. Escaping this one. What a 2-point nab. Let's take another look. Again, Albon, or rather Borniel, was the one to finish this set too. As we're all tied up in terms of set wins. We'll be back for more. We go back to the action here. And now let's take a look at our scoreboard per sets. Of course, presented to you by Black Mamba Energy Drink. For our first set, it was 25-21. Of course, Alpha nabbing that set 1 win. And our set 2, napunta naman sa Perpetual.
Yes, as you can see, Albon is the key player on the side of Quinto Perpetual. But at the end of the set, naging middle activation ang nangyari. Kasi we all know that Albon is their go-to player, pero nabasa ngayon ng Alpha is bibigay kay Albon. But on the other side of the court is Alpha. Medyo nahirapan sila makabalik on the run ng Perpetual.
And that's gonna be the assignment for Alpha again. It's not like they played a bad set. It's just that, first and foremost, madaming errors. And pangalawa, hindi nila na-anticipate itong, of course, yung energy na pinapakita ng mga kalaban nila. So let's move on now to set 3. As this will be a chance to remove that equalizer. to remove the tie. And again, you've said it. That guy, Francis Casas, has been almost only the one to really produce big time for Alpha. So again, if you're Alpha, you would like to find other options. As that is a violation coming from the protectors. Another point for Perpetual, not to mention they will have a chance to serve. That is Clint Mateo. He goes long and hard. Meanwhile, Apolinario saves it. Casa sends it across. Perpetual with a chance, and they fumble that chance.
Attack error from Quito Perpetual. Medyo mababa yung set. I think now, ginagawa ni Mateo is activating their middle attackers.
Campuzano will be the one to send it across, and he does. He goes sharp. Oh, good save from Paliasa. High send. San Andres the tap. Outsmarting once again itong Perpetual.
Finding that hole by San Andres. Great setup by JM Apolinario. Two to 1. Campuzano once again will send it across. Great reception from Abinoha. Palihasa. Not that time. San Andres still no good. Rally continues. Palihasa still not working for Perpetual. And this time Casas will try. Won't work. Perpetual getting denied. And Alpha closing the book on that rally. Great blockings by Jeff Abunyawan. Na-predict niya na nasa open side. Ibibigay ng setter ang bola.
So right now it's 3 to 1. Alpha with a 2-point advantage. But again, make no mistake, those kinds of leads can deceive you. Campuzano again has been phenomenal for Alpha, but you know, not really the usual day in the office for him. When in terms of energy, perhaps he's been phenomenal, but in terms of converting that energy into actual points, I believe Francis Casas has been the one to really, you know, find his footing. That same goes for Barbie San Andres. Alpha will need her services down the line. Again, we have a tied set here. Service error for Campuzano. Tough break. Rosado goes high and long. The set. That was too high. Apolinario tried to do something different.
Medyo nahihirapan ngayon sila sa first ball.
Rosado, one more chance. Gets it through. Oh, that was a bad reception from Takeda. And that'll signal Coach Fritz to insert itong si jersey number 15, Neil Manato. Another look. Service ace, of course, for Rosado. Campuzano receives it. San Andres running attack won't work for her. Palihasa dropping the mic.
Palyasa on the right side of the court. Left-handed din pala siya.
Another look. Palihasa with a strike, giving his squad a 2-point lead in this set 3. That time, anticlimactic service error for Rosado. As it's 5-4. Again, Alpha winning that first set. Itong Perpetual winning the second one. And now a chance to, ruin this equalizer. Mateo the set. Palayasa once again. Campuzano was there though. Mateo the set. Palayasa will try again. And that will not count. It'll go to the Alpha Protectors. We're all tied up at 5. Jeff Abunyaman will serve. A chance to take the lead for Alpha.
Quinto Perpetual maximizing the chance balls of Alpha. Lalo na ngayon, nahihirapan. Easy balls yung binabalik ng Alpha.
Abunyaman sends it across. Mateo, high set. The attack. And no good. Campuzano to San Andres. And there you have it. A dynamite from Barbie San Andres.
Great elevation for San Andres. Nakukuha na nila ngayon yung momentum. I like the energy of San Andres.
So it's 6-5 now. Abunyaman again. Goes long. Binoha receives it. The set by Mateo. Palayasa taps it. Cerebral move coming from Palayasa.
Now, Mateo activating the opposite side of the court. Kanina nakikita natin si Albon. Ang binibigyan niya, it's Palyana.
Meanwhile, San Andres returns the favor with her own version of that tap. 76. Another look again, San Andres. Not to mention Billie Jean and Nima serving as a great decoy. And you can see their laughs. 76 now, Casas with service responsibilities. But over serving that ball, leading to a tied score here in our set 3. Charles Palayasa again has been their main gunner. San Andres goes easy. The set by Mateo. The attack. Now no one was there to snag that ball. Manato late on that response. And with that, a timeout here, 8-7. We'll take another look. Again, no one was there to pick up the slack, as we'll be back for more action. Go back to the action here again, 8-7. As Perpetua was able to find a hole in that Alpha defense, giving them a 1-point lead. Again, Alpha, during the early stages of the set, having bad habits of, well, first and foremost, committing mistakes, committing errors, and second, relaxing on the defensive side. What can you say about that?
You can see now, grabe yung pagdating nila sa errors, but I believe na makokontrol nila yon, lalo na matatanda na sila and they have a lot of experiences how to handle that pressure.
Certainly. And of course, they have also the aid of skillful college players. San Andres denied at the gate. Perpetual, just superb defense showcased by them.
Nababasa na ng Quinto Perpetual ang set plays ng Alpha. Medyo nahihirapan talaga sila ngayon pagdating sa attacks nila.
Meanwhile, that is stepped away. Lopez, another cerebral move for Alpha. So it's San Andres with a chance. Again, has been fairly quiet this game, but it's her chance to make some noise. As Mateo sets it. That time it's too long for Jose Albon. Ten to 9. San Andres gets it across. Mateo sets it. All violation committed by Perpetual.
Foot fault violation from Perpetual. Both teams, hindi nila na-activate yung kanilang mga middle attackers. But the outside hitters is very effective on their sides.
So Campuzano seems to have a concern here. Our officials just discussing it. It looks like it's all good. Tied one here, all tied up at 10. San Andres once again with a chance. Goes long. Mateo the set. But that was too low of a set. Not to mention a violation committed by Clint Mateo.
Double contact for Mateo.
Take another look. Again, it was a double kill. Not only did he commit a violation, but I believe that set was kind of low. As San Andres gets it across. Mateo, another set. Quick attack by Boronel.
Ang bilis ng bawi ni Mateo with that error. You can see that confidence in him na kaya niyang bumawi.
And that's the kind of mindset you would want to have. You know, next play mindset. As we have a tied game, all tied up at 11. The attack by Casas. And there you have it. Another mic drop for Francis.
You can see now Lopez on Alpha is the playmaker. Kasi kanina medyo hindi nagiging effective yung mga set plays ni JM Apolinario.
Meanwhile, Billie Jean Anima, service error on his port. And again, yan ang naging sakit nitong Alpha Protectors. They have the talent, they have, of course, the experience. Pero when it comes to errors, minsan talaga, hindi nila maiwasan. I mean, even the great players can commit mistakes. That's something they have to find a solution for. As Campuzano getting denied. Superb defense from Perpetual. Another block for them. Campuzano will try, but unable to send it home properly. Another point for Perpetual.
I think it's a misset from Lopez. Medyo nahirapan mag-adjust si Campuzano, lalo na it's his second time attacking the ball.
13 to 12. And this time it's Jester Bornell serving for Perpetual. Just short of that service. So there you go, another tied set at 13. So Jerome Lopez will be the one to serve for Alpha. And get a chance to take the lead, regain the lead for Alpha. And that was too high of a set. And Bautista taking advantage of that lapse coming from Perpetual.
Bautista coming off from the bench. giving that 1-point lead for the Alpha.
So Lopez, another service. Manato, great reception. The attack, and that goes in. Perpetual capitalizing.
Great attack from Quinto Perpetual, and was a great setup from Mateo, activating their middle attacks.
14-all. Abunyawan, quick attack again. Specialty of the house for Jeff.
Di nagpapatalo si Jeff Abunyawan.
15-14. It's Bautista. Serving. Goes sharp. Mateo the set. Running attack. And that works for Paliasa.
Great setup for Mateo. Hindi na nabasa ng blockers ng Alpha. No blockers for Quinto Perpetual.
All time at 15. Manato, great reception. San Andres taps it away. Won't work. And Abunyawan once again. Cerebral move from Jeff. So with that, it's 16-15. Alpha holding on to a 1-point lead in set 3. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here. So far, 16-15. Barbie San Andres and the company holding on to a 1-point lead. Again, they were able to nab that set 1. Perpetual able to come back in set 2. And now, let's see who will regain set 3 as Anima rejects that ball. San Andres with a dagger.
Down the line hit by San Andres. Finding that corner on the side of Quinto Perpetual.
Another look at that front row attack coming from Barbie San Andres. That's what you like to see. As Abunyawan sends it too long. Error on his part. So now it's John Castile serving for Quinto Tires. They're only down by 1. Nothing to worry about if you're Perpetual. And now it's 2.
Back-to-back errors. Back-to-back service errors for the both teams. Medyo dikit na yun yung laban.
Casas sends it across. Mateo the set. Paliasa. Denied by Barbie. Pero itong Perpetual, after all, will get the point. Block touch apparently.
Double substitution on the side of Quinto Perpetual, activating their opposite side with 3 spikers in front line.
So this time it's John Lituania serving. San Andres receives it. Anima getting denied. And Perpetual getting a point.
Man-to-man block for Billy Anima. Nabasa na ng middle blocker ng Perpetual.
Lituania once again. Bautista, great reception. Anima getting denied. Lituania saving it. Abinoha sets it. the attack. And there you have it, Perpetual delivering the package once again.
Albon is now activated again. Siya yung naging susi kanina sa second set natin, and let's see how will they going to end this match.
19-18. San Andres going high, floating mid-air.
But that answer from Barbie San Andres, giving that cross-court hit.
Again, San Andres climbing that imaginary ladder and earning a kill. All tied up at 19. And Perpetual answering back. Courtesy of Dexter Arosado. Correction, that is Jose Albon after all, earning the kill for Perpetual.
Back-to-back points for Albon. Now you can see Tangon in the service area. He's also a good receiver though. Let's see kung magiging effective siya on the side of Quinto Perpetual.
Tangon goes sharp, San Andres receiving it. Bautista going high. Block touch favoring itong Alpha Protectors.
I like the energy of Bautista giving the Alpha Insurance that attack off the block hit. With the stare down, signature move of Bautista.
All tied up at 20. Let's see how this boils down. Lituania the set, the tap. Cerebral move coming from Perpetual.
Arosado giving that tip. You can see now two spikers on the side of Alpha, so he's taking advantage of it.
Again, talk about reading the situation efficiently and recognizing the thing you need to do at the right time and at the right place. Meanwhile, Bautista getting the kill and giving his squad a 1-point advantage. Or correction, just a tied game at 21 apparently. As we're seeing a substitution here. James Apolinario checking in.
Let's see if magiging effective ba ito para kay Coach Mike.
Apolinario goes sharp. The set. Oh, Arosado. Just having no mercy. So Perpetual closing in, point 25, but it's still not yet over. Still a lot of chances for Alpha Protectors. So Clint Mateo will have a chance at it. Mateo goes long. San Andres receives. Apolinario the set. Bautista no good on the attack. Another try. Rally continues. Apolinario, great reception. But that time, closing the book was Alpha Protectors.
Great defense by JM Apolinario and with the setup of Abunyawan. And credit also to the attack of Casas.
All tied up at 22. We have a close one here. Bautista sends it across. Mateo, high pass. Won't work for them. And Perpetual getting that one. (23-22). So Arosado will have a chance at it. Dexter Arosado. Let's see what he has in mind. Apolinario the set. San Andres. dropping the mic and tying this game up at 23.
Go-to player for Alpha is Barbie San Andres. But on the side of Perpetual, nasa harap na ngayon si Albon. Let's see if i-activate ba siya ngayon ni Mateo.
Abunyawan with some service responsibilities. Gets it across. The set by Mateo. Paliasa going high. Getting denied. Anima and San Andres with a double block. 24-23. Timeout called by the Quinto Tires. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here again. After a double block coming from Billie Jean Anima and Barbie San Andres. A point went to Alpha, and now they're holding on to a 1-point lead. Let's see how this boils down. Mateo the set. Albon. Another smart move on the side of Albon.
Grabe, maaasahan mo talaga at this moment is Albon para sa Perpetual. You can see, nakatayo na yung mga benches ng Perpetual.
So Castile will have a chance at it. Manato, San Andres, denied! And there you have it. Perpetual stealing this set 3. I'm sorry, it's 25-24, so not yet. It's not yet over apparently.
Perfect timing for the middle blocker of Perpetual.
They're still in this one. So it's out. So 25 all. So Casas, a chance at it. Sends it across. Perpetual will try, and they will prevail.
Back-to-back attack points for Albon. Their go-to player at this set.
26-25, Charles Paliasa. Service chance goes short. San Andres attacks. And yet again, Barbie San Andres with a death blow.
Grabe, palitan lang ng atake from San Andres and Albon.
All tied up at 26. So the set continues.
Now it's about mental toughness.
As San Andres goes too long. 27-26. A costly error on the side of Alpha. As we have a timeout here called by Quinto Tires. They're up by 1. We'll be back for more. We go back to the action. Again, Perpetual up by 1 after a service error coming from San Andres. As Albon sends it to the other side. Bautista will try. Good defense from Perpetual. Anima sends that ball packing. As we have another tied set at 27.
Great set by JM Apolinario. Sinilip niya pa si Billy Anima without blockers.
So Anima will send it to the other side. What an attack! What a strike coming from Quinto Tires.
Pero hindi nagpapatalo ang kanilang captain ball na si Bornel, giving them a juice again at this set.
28 to 27. The set by Apolinario. Bautista. What an attack! A missile from the sky. What is happening?
Nadadala ng emosyon.
All we can do is be entertained. We'll take another look again. Bautista with authority. With a stare down as well. As Apolinario sends it to the other side. The set by Mateo. At that time, over-attacking was itong si Arosado. Or I'm sorry, Castile. So Alpha Insurance nabbing this 1-point lead. Apolinario, good serve. Deflected by Alpha, and there you have it. You can see the energy of this Alpha squad. They know they have it in them to win this game as they nab set 3. They're now up 2-1. And there you have it again, our score to end this one, 30 to 28. And we'll be back for more. Back to the action here. Let's take a look at our scores for the past sets. Of course, brought to you by Black Mamba Energy Drink. For set 1, it was Alpha who prevailed 25 to 21. Set 2, it was Perpetual coming back 25 to 23 in our set 3. A high-scoring one, 30 to 28. Of course, in favor of the Alpha Protectors, proving that they are a professional caliber team. And what a set it was, but make no mistake, itong Perpetual really brought out the best in them. And of course, put up one heck of a fight. But now it all boils down to set 4. Again, if Alpha can win this one, and they can win this game, but of course, Perpetual will have a say in this. So let's see how will that boil down. So set 4 will now start shortly. And for both squads, well, first and foremost, itong Perpetual, it has been a Jose Miguel Albon show for them. On the other side, itong Alpha naman, you know, we have some prominent names in Francis Casas, of course, Barbie San Andres. We also saw Billy Anima contribute. So definitely a lot of weapons on the side of this professional Alpha Protectors. But looks like our officials is discussing something with Clint Mateo and Francis Casas. So there you have it. Looks like it's all sorted out. So serving for Alpha to start this set. Our set 4, by the way, is JM Apolinario. As he will send it across. Goes long. The set by Clint. Not that time from Rosado. And that time it'll work in the favor of Perpetual. One to nothing start. Rosado will set, or will serve rather. Apolinario the set. Bautista getting denied.
You can see the maturity of the Alpha protectors on that set.
That was courtesy of Charles Paliasa. Not only showing great offense, but also defense. This time, Casas getting denied. But it'll work in their favor. No one was there to pick up the slack for Perpetual. This time, John Derek Bautista a chance at it. Goes strong and goes long, but apparently too long, as it's 3-1 now. Alpha down by 2. John Castile will send it across. He does. The set, San Andres, another soft touch. Not really attacking that much, but it works for them nevertheless.
Soft tip for San Andres. Nandun na sana si Mateo.
So here's Jeff Abunyawan. Again, has been phenomenal every time he's inserted into the court, as we see that tap once again from Barbie San Andres. So Bunyawan, a chance to set it across. He does. Good reception. The attack by Paliasa won't work for Perpetual. Apolinario this time to Casas. And it works for Alpha.
Off the block hit for Casas, giving them the chance to take the lead at this set.
Abunyawan once again. Service error on their side. Four to 3 now. Perpetual nabbing that 1-point lead after a service error again coming from Jeff Abunyawan, as Charles Paliasa will have a chance at it. Goes long again. That was a great attack from San Andres, but Perpetual somehow, someway keeps it alive. And not to mention, will also get the point.
Miscommunication from Anima and JM. Kala nila ulitin nila yung play kanina.
So 5 to 3 now. Perpetual up by 2 points. Again, if Alpha can win this one, they can win the game. If they can get set 4. So it's Paliasa serving the ball on the side of Perpetual as he will get it across. Apolinario getting denied that time. Try to set it high, but Boroniel and Mateo was there.
Great serve for Paliasa. Misreceived by Barbie.
6-3 now. San Andres receiving it. Apolinario the set. Casas. Another one for the Alpha Protectors. Casas. This time, Albon. And that'll work. Perpetual nabbing that point.
Albon at this time giving them a off the block hit. 3-point lead for Perpetual.
San Andres. Again, another tap, but protected by Perpetual. And that time, Apolinario just sending that ball packing, giving his squad a point. Timeout called, 8-4. 4-point lead for Perpetual. We'll be back shortly. Eight to 4 in our set number 4. And Perpetual holding on to the lead. So in the next one, it'll be jersey number 12, Jose Albon, serving for Perpetual. As he'll go sharp. Bautista, no problem from him though. And Casas dropping the hammer.
Casas again and again. Go-to player for Apolinario.
Another look, Casas with a cold-blooded finish. But they're still down by 3. As San Andres gets it across. Oh, what an attack coming from Arrozado. An exclamation point.
But Arrozado not giving up with that open attack hit.
So right now it's Bornel. Good reception from San Andres. Bautista finding an open spot.
Great pass by Barbie San Andres. Now, di talaga ngayon na-activate yung kanilang middles. But the wing sides of the court is being activated.
9-6 now, Arrozado. That was a great reception from Anima. And Casas. Oh, Castile with great anticipation. Bautista tried and succeeded.
Great defense by Anima and great setup for Barbie San Andres. Finding the hands of the blockers.
9-7. Alpha only down by 2. They'll make it 3 after a service error from Billy Anima. Unfortunate for the Protectors. So Clint Mateo will serve. San Andres once again receiving it superbly. And Casas showing no mercy.
Casas elevating from the back row line of the court. Grabe, parang nasa front line na siya nun.
Polinario gets it across. Paliasa, not that time. Oh, will get it across. Apparently, 11-8. Rosado, very sharp. No problem for San Andres though. And Bautista. What a celebration, and of course, what an attack.
Sharp cross-court hit from Bautista. See now, they're already being activated.
Meanwhile, let's take a look at Perpetual. Castile returning the favor.
Serving number 19, John Castile.
12-9. 3-point lead for Perpetual. It's John Castile who will serve for Perpetual. And so far again, it has been a close contest. Actually, you really cannot conclude that one team is dominating over the other. Even though it's a 2-1 series in terms of the sets. Again, superb job still for the Perpetual Quinto Tires, putting one heck of a fight against this professional team in the Alpha Protectors. That time, Albon showing that they are indeed an NCAA caliber team. Another look at that Albon finish. 13-9 now. Castile. Service error on their part.
Parang hindi nila minamind na professional team yung kalaban nila.
And of course, for a bunch of youngsters, that's the kind of mindset you would like to have. No fear, fearlessness when it comes to facing anybody. And that time it's Abunyawan. Again, service error this time on their side.
Costly error for Abunyawan.
Paliasa sends it across. San Andres having bad intentions. Abinoha, good anticipation. Another try. Good defense from Perpetual. San Andres. That was too much. So Perpetual will get another point.
Great blockings for Perpetual. As you can see now yung defense nila when it comes sa net and sa floor defense. They have the efficiency.
15-10 now. So Camposano will check in the game. That exchange for Barbie San Andres. Again, Camposano has been great for Alpha. But looks like they will need more from him if they really want to close this deal. As Paliasa sends it across. Casas goes easy. This time Albon. That was far from easy, but it's alive. Casas with a tap. Still not finishing. Albon. Good reception from Bautista. And Anima completing the kill for Alpha.
Off timing ang Perpetual.
15-10 now. Lopez to the other side. Manzano. Great attack coming from Albon. Or correction, that was from Jester Boronel. And that gives his squad a 5-point lead, 16-11. And we'll be back for more action after this technical timeout. Go back to the action. 16-11. I get a 5-point advantage for Perpetual after that attack coming from Jester Bornell a while ago. And this time it's Jose Albon who will serve for Perpetual. And a lucky break for Alpha as they're able to cut that lead. It's only at 4 points now.
Full front line for the Alpha, maximizing the 3 spikers in the front.
But if you're Perpetual, again, you want to take advantage of the fact na may habits nga of just committing mistakes, errors, itong Alpha protectors. And hopefully that's going to be the case for them moving forward. Another look on that attack coming from Boronel. Nagulat sa Camposano doon.
Galing sa service, hindi na nakapwesto.
Oh, what a tap that was coming from Castile.
Overpass for Camposano.
So pressure is starting to press onto their shoulders. But then again, they have to remember, they're up by 1 set. So Boronel will commit a service error. And if you're Alpha, you have to be happy with those instances. And of course, you have to take advantage of the chances given to you.
Pero mas maganda, they really have to make the points.
Meanwhile, Arrozado gets denied. Motol was there to stop the fun.
Great substitution for Coach Mike.
Another look. Double block working on the favor of Alpha. Timeout called here by Perpetual. 18-14. They're up by 4. We'll be back shortly. We go back to the action. Again, only here at the MetPark Sports Center in Pasay City. 18-14. Perpetual holding on to a 4-point advantage. But for Alpha, again, they have to remember they're up by 1 set. So they cannot be controlled by pressure here. What an attack that was from Castile. Pero itong Alpha recovering. Rally continuing. Castile once again getting denied. And Alpha just closing the book on that rally.
Lalo na ngayong set, it is a deciding set para malaman natin who will win this match.
18-15. So slowly but surely, itong Alpha finding their footing. Climbing the ladder once again and back on track. Anima gets it across. He went long. And Castile just having a mental lapse. And the set was kind of a little low as well.
Miscommunication by Mateo and Castile. So I think Mateo is aiming for a 0 tempo. Medyo na-delay lang si Castile.
As Anima sends it across. It's too long. And yet again, of Alpha giving up a point due to an error. 19-16 now. Clint Mateo now to the other side. What a tap coming from Castile. You gotta love the anticipation. He knew that ball was overserved or over-received, by the way.
Medyo nahihirapan sila ngayon sa kanilang first ball. And Perpetual is taking advantage of that.
Campuzano, good reception. What an attack coming from Motol. But that will not work in their favor.
Sayang, nakuha na nila kanina yung momentum. Naiwan sa 2-point lead, but now it's 4-point lead.
(21-16). Mateo to the other side. Alpha with a chance. And Alpha not wasting that chance. So we have a substitution here. So Casas will check in the game again. Looking to provide some spark. Same with JM Apolinario. So let's see what they have in mind. Mateo with a set. Palayasa unable to complete the kill. Another point for Alpha.
Sayang, ang ganda na nung play. But that went wide for the Perpetual.
Apolinario to the other side. The set. Arrozado denied. Mateo goes easy. And this time, Bautista with another point. And a superb attack from John Derek Bautista.
Back-to-back points for John Derek Bautista.
Arrozado denied once again. Arrozado another try. Back-to-back denials as Casas closes the gate.
Now momentum is on the side of Alpha Protectors.
Only a 1-point difference between these two teams. We're again in our set 4. If Alpha can win this one, they can win this game. (21-20). Our officials just making sure that our playing floor has no wet spots. So again, it's JM Apolinario serving for the Alpha Protectors. As he'll go sharp. The set by Mateo. The attack by Palayasa. He is quickly denied. This time Tangon. The tap. Apolinario was there. And Bautista. Block touch in favor of Alpha.
You can see
We have another deadlock at 21. We're again in our set 4. We'll be back for more. Back to the action here. All tied up at 21. And momentum with the side of the Alpha Protectors. Of course, off that John Derek Bautista attack. Meanwhile, the running attack won't work for Perpetual, and yet another point for the boys of Alpha Insurance.
3 consecutive points for Bautista. You can see the maturity inside the court.
And you can see, of course, the initiative. Of course, due to the years of experience. As this time, Mateo Walset, Palayasa. Another denial. Bautista playing with his food.
Bem, perfect timing for the block.
Let's see how this one will go. Another try. And no good. Camposano the set. And it's alive. Apolinario. Abunyawan. What a move. Jeff Abunyawan showing the bag.
Great comeback for the Alpha Protectors. Wow.
We're speechless. As Alpha is at match point. And there you have it. All smiles for the boys of the Alpha Protectors as they'll get this set 4 and of course the win 25-21. And what a game it has been, of course. After being beaten in their last game, talking about Alpha, they bounce back with this dub. Ito namang Perpetual, they will have to, suck it up as this will be their 3rd straight loss of the NDSL Volleyball Series. But still, they have upcoming games, so they have a chance to bounce back. But for now, they have to go back to the drawing board, do their homeworks, and find what they can improve on. But Alpha, again, they will be the ones to get out of our Met Park Sports Center with a smile. Big time congratulations to Coach Fritz Michael Santos. And of course to the rest of his coaching staff and to the players. As we're gonna take a look at our Black Mamba Energy Drink scores for the sets. Again, actually, alos lahat naman talaga malalapit. Sadyang, maybe the breaks of the game, the experience favors more itong Alpha Protectors.
Yes, you can see those players who step up in the game. John Derek Bautista, San Andres. On the opposite side, it was Casas who step up and bring the win on their side.
And there you have it. Again, a big time win for the Alpha Protectors. But now we turn it over to Daniel LaGuardia for our best player of the game.
Thank you so much, Cholo and Faith. I have here our best player of the game, Bem Bautista. So Bem, coming back from, that loss, what did you guys do or adjust to really get this win and bounce back?
Parang, kasi, lagi ito, na parang first na kinuha nila ako, parang ayoko na, parang kinuha lang nila ako sa wala. Then, parang gusto ko mag-contribute din sa team. Siyempre, inallowed kami ni Coach Brian na maglaro dito. Kahit may upcoming league kami na V-League.
Well, of course, looking back at the first set, it started a bit slow para sa inyo. Medyo nagkaroon tayo ng mga errors and all that. So, how did you manage to push through and still get this win?
Kanina kasi hindi naman ako starter. Then parang nakikita ko sila, medyo hindi nga maganda yung mood nila sa court, yung vibes nila. Parang bumulong ako kanina kay Coach Arnold, sabi ko, Coach, try. Sabi ko, try ako. Then ayun, binulungan niya si Coach Mike, then try ako. Kasi gusto ko lang, kasi yung dalawa naming opener naman, si Kuya Wawa, then si Ben, maganda naman yung ginagalaw. Kaso parang yung vibes kasi, hindi nila maano yung energy nila. Kaya parang bumano lang ako na try ko. Then, syempre, kalaban ko yan sa NC.
Well, of course, di mo nga naman malalaman if hindi mo itatry. Of course, you have a lot of people watching you right now. Meron ka bang gustong batiin na pasalamatan?
Yes, unang-una, syempre, yung family ko and yung sister ko, birthday kahapon, happy birthday, and yung Pilar Apparel, Coach Brian, Coach Mamits, Coach Nog, ingat ka po sa Japan, and sa Letran po, and sa mga friends ko, sa teammates ko, thank you po. Yun lang.
All right, thank you so much once again, Bem Bem, and of course, the Alpha Protectors. Let's get back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Daniel. That is once again our Spalding standout spiker, John Derek Bautista, doing almost everything for the Alpha Insurance. But of course, stay tuned. That is only our first game. Again, big time congratulations to the Alpha Protectors. But our next game featuring Benilde Quezon and of course, itong Team Ravens. So better watch out for that. This time it'll be in the women's division. Once again, this has been Cholo Pangilinan, Faith De Guzman, and Daniel LaGuardia. This is the NDSL Volleyball Series.